Hey, it's Carnivore Schug here. Hey, just wanted to go over a recipe that I have. It's buffalo chicken. Now, there's purists, and that's great, that don't use spice, don't use added ingredients. That's not me. I have to have flavor, I have to have spice. So, this is a recipe that I came up with for a buffalo chicken. I'll eat it throughout the week for my wife and I. It tastes great, no carbs, all carnivore, with some added spice. This is heavy whipping cream. So we're just going to add a little bit of that. I already have some salted butter in the pan. So just going to add some heavy whipping cream for the sauce. As you know, chicken is just pure lean protein. We need to make sure that we add our fat. So this is the way that you add fat to a recipe or to a very high lean protein ingredient. So about that much, eh, eh, about that much heavy whipping cream. And then I use Frank's RedHot wing sauce. This stuff tastes amazing. It is a little bit more expensive, but my goodness, it's well worth it. Ingredients there, no carbs, so don't have to worry about carbs or sugar or anything like that. This stuff is amazing. So just going to add it to my sauce. Probably about that much. And I might add more later, just depending on the consistency. I'm not a guy that does exact measurements. So it's just a feel. Everybody you can change it. This isn't not going to taste the same this week as what it did last week. It's just, I guess it's an adventure. Then here's your cube chicken. All I did is just cube it up a little bit. Again, added the butter, the fat. I'm just going to throw a little bit of this on there. And then I like to add a little bit, again, I love spice. Smoked paprika. Just going to throw a little bit of that on here. Onion powder. Throw a little bit of that on there. Garlic powder. Throw a little bit of that on there. Liquid smoke. This to me is the key to almost all of my recipes. I use a lot of liquid smoke. I love flavor. I love the smokiness that it brings. So again, no carbs, no calories, no nothing. So just going to throw a little bit of that on the chicken. And then throw some in my sauce. I go through about a bottle of this a week, maybe a week and a half. I love the flavor that this brings. And then finally, gotta have the salt. And again, I use pink Himalayan salt. So just throw that on the chicken. And I will cook this all up and throw it in the roasting pan, and then I'll actually throw it on the smoker for a couple hours. So I'll show you all that in just a little bit. The chicken has just about done. I like to make sure that it's basically cooked all the way through before I throw it on the smoker. So just finishing last touches, making sure it's in pretty uniform little pieces. So yeah. So I added a little bit more buffalo wing sauce, a little bit more cream. So just going to throw this over the top. Oh, look at that ooey gooey wonderfulness. Just going to mix it all together, make sure all the chicken is at least coated. I can taste it already. Actually going to. Wow. Yummy. Now I'm just going to take this out to the smoker. Throw it on the smoker. I have the smoker set at 185. It's a little warm right now, so that's the reason why it's so high. But I like it 185, and I'll set it there for about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how much time I have. So that's all I got. Okay, this is how I like to portion it out. I just this is about 4 portions, so 2 for me and 2 for my wife. I don't know if you can tell which one gets what, but let's just say these are mine. She likes to have a little bit more juice than I do, and I like obviously more meat. Got to get every last drop just to make sure it's good. It's good. Eat meat.